Pay attention to an exhausted wild beauty, running desperately. Behind him, a car closely follows. He looked back and accidentally fell to the ground. The car slammed on the brakes. Fortunately, it stopped in front of him. Oh my, the beauty was scared stiff on the spot. A man got out of the car, and it was her husband. Soon, several men subdued her. Then they locked her in the trunk, dragged her up the mountain, put her into this barrel. With a heartless kick, they rolled her down the hill. This man is really evil. The beauty in the barrel is in a miserable state. When she woke up, she found herself lying on the iron frame of a garbage incineration center. Dare not look down. So she took off her shoes and threw them down, to hear the sound and judge how deep the pit was. The sound of the shoes hitting the ground didn't come up for a long time. She let out a desperate cry. Even if she shouted loudly, no one would hear it. She pondered for a moment, realizing that she couldn't waste time. Slowly stood up, hands outstretched, trying to maintain balance. Not letting herself fall down, stepped forward with her right foot, slowly testing each step. She knows if she's not careful, she will fall down. Even if she doesn't die, she will be disabled for life. Suddenly, a strong wind blows, almost making her fall into pieces. She slowly squats down, close her eyes tightly, dare not look down, adjust her breathing. Stand up again, step by step towards the front. Now, only she can save herself. Suddenly, her foot didn't land firmly. The whole person fell down. In a moment of crisis, she grabbed onto the iron frame with both hands. Of course, she wanted to climb up by her own strength, but that was impossible. Just when she was in distress, she saw stairs beside her. With her arm holding onto the iron frame, she slowly climbed over. Her strength began to wane. She had no choice but to shake her body, using the swinging motion, to try and throw herself over. She couldn't hold on any longer. With one final effort, she finally grabbed onto the stair railing with both hands. But the stair railing was already old and rusty. The whole person fell down. She slowly opened her eyes, couldn't believe she was still alive. Controlling her feet and hands, to prove that she was still alive. Was this all a dream? She was indeed still alive. Turns out she was caught by a net, and didn't fall to the ground, enjoying the feeling of a close call. Afterwards, she felt thirsty. She wanted to drink some water to celebrate her survival. She saw a plastic bottle in the distance. There wasn't much water inside, but it would quench her current thirst. Suddenly, she heard the sound of fireworks. She looked up. The fireworks above seemed to be set off near the garbage incinerator. So she shouted for help loudly, but no matter how loud she shouted, her voice couldn't reach up from down below. The sound of the fireworks drowned out her voice. She started to panic. Slowly, she began to accept the reality. She held onto the teddy bear on the ground, fell asleep with a sense of unwillingness. The next day, she woke up in the arms of the teddy bear. She was unwilling to end like this. Rescue was impossible. Only self-rescue. She saw the lid of a tin can. Suddenly, she had an idea. Cut the net little by little. Tie it into knots. Then tie it to a stick. Made a makeshift grappling hook. Throw it with all your strength. It hooks onto the stair railing. She gets excited. Then she grabs the knot and starts climbing upwards. Finally, after her efforts, she climbs up. But the stair railing she climbed is on the other side. She can only press tightly against the wall, moving her footsteps across. One wrong move and she could fall down. Think of danger, danger appears. Suddenly, her foot slips, almost fell down. Quickly press against the wall. Quickly adjust and catch her breath. Overcome difficulties, carefully move forward. After a thrilling moment, grabbing the railing and coming out. The exit is right in front of her. She knows she can't rush. One small mistake could cost her life. If her strength runs out, take a break. She absolutely cannot give up here. At the moment when she didn't grab the last railing, suddenly, a hand grabs hers. It turns out to be her best friend. She is surprised. How did you get here? In the end, with everyone's efforts, she is pulled up. Finally safe. This incident tells us, never give up on yourself. Even if you're in a situation like his, force yourself not to give up. As long as there is strength to climb up, don't lie on the ground for too long.